What's up? Garrett, the Garbage Man Garrison. Player of the Year, 1989. Whatever. Barely even think about it anymore. What's going on? Happy Terrafirma Friday. Have a happy Halloween here. And I cannot hardly see anything on screen with these glasses. I don't understand how people are able to actually stream with these type of glasses on. Whoever does that, they're crazy, is what I have to say about that. How is everyone doing here tonight? Hopefully everyone is having a fantastic Halloween so far, and we are going to hop right into some Terrafirmagreg here, and let's see if I can do this. Cody Bridges with the hell yeah, brother. You know, we gotta go feet to toes here, feet to toes, or was it head to toes? That's what it was, head to toes. Nacho Man, Ricky Savage, that'll work too. But just for a good measure, give me 1 second to get the game loaded up here. We're gonna go ahead and get this guy over here, hit the right button, and we even have the matching in-game skin. I meant to say skin. So hopefully everyone is having a fantastic evening here. Didn't even need a wig, that's right. The missus just got done curling the hair. Been working on this for the last half hour, but this is all real. And we are working for the first time with the actual AirPods to see how well that works for in the game. So hopefully we can hear everything. Oh yeah, brother. Oh no. Why did the screen freeze there? That was scary. So let's go ahead and get right into it. First thing we have to do, because, you know, just getting live here, is I need to make my sandwiches for the night, because, you know, need my Sammies. Not quite the same as a chicken jockey or whatever the Minecraft kids yell now, or is it lava chicken? Is that what it was? Been a minute since I watched the Minecraft movie. But we'll go ahead and make our nice little Sammies to get us through the night here. And then what I was thinking of working on tonight, because I put a poll out for everybody on what they wanted to see tonight, and last I checked it was a resounding win that they wanted us to work on the LV building at my base. So I think that's what we're going to work on here. So let's go ahead and make our way over to the base and start off this Halloween stream just fine. So what is everybody else doing or have done for Halloween? Anyone else have any fun Halloween costumes they've been working on or anything like that? Got quite a few people in the chat here tonight. Hello, Ice, Cody, Shadow, Amanda, Irzand, is that what it is? Yeah, I think that's all the chats I see so far. Hopefully everyone's having a great night. And we are going to head on over to our building area. Now, on our last stream, we were working to make sure that we actually had enough materials to do this. And over the last couple days, I've been collecting a bunch of extra wood items. Let's turn that up just a little bit. Time Architect. My Halloween costume is Jameson and Vanilla Coke. That's a great one right there. That's a fantastic option. Cody says Tarkov, and I remove my goatee and mustache. Great options right there. And then if we go ahead and turn on our Lightmatic, you can see this is what I was thinking of working on tonight. Now I sent a little goal here, and if someone has other things they want us to work on tonight, if we reach the goal, I will let stream decide exactly what we do. I am open to just about anything in the game. Hey Olive, welcome to the stream. Happy Halloween. Hopefully you're having a great day. What's up? And yeah, I think we're gonna actually start working on building here, because that's where we are at next. So first step is I have to dig out my basement area. Let's just get right into the build here, and we'll just kind of get into our evening here. And I gotta say, playing with the AirPods, the game volumes seem really loud to me. Is it really loud to everyone else, or is this just a personal setting that I have to fix on my end? Let me know if the game volumes are too loud and I can't adjust it. Olive, this looks like a big project. I mean, isn't every project I work on end up being a big project? It's kind of a curse. It's just Shadow with the €2 super chat to get things started with saying the beginning. Thanks, man. Really need those diamonds. Appreciate it. Happy Halloween. The build looks cool. Thank you so much. It'll look a lot cooler when it's actually in game. And if you look in here, you'll see that the build is currently completely hollow. And that is because this is the building that I'm going to be putting all of my low voltage equipment into. So I don't really know how that's going to be spaced out yet. So I'm going to kind of leave the interior up to filling in after I've kind of got my low voltage equipment put into place. Kenzie, the perfect costume. Where do you get the beard and the wig though? This is all natural, right? Great stuff. Been working on this beard for, or not the beard, the hair for coming up on 1.5 years now. Been really growing it out, having a little bit of fun with it. So I agree, it is the perfect costume. Thank you very much. Call it the Electric Company. That is a great option. I actually really like that name for this, the Electric Company. That's good. That's a good suggestion right there. Also, I gotta be honest, playing with these guys, kind of clicking all over the place. So trying to get used to that here. I might have to take the one off for the Eisneroth with the gift membership going off to Pyrite. Thank you so much for the gift membership. Appreciate it. We're letting the emotes go crazy tonight. I did it. It actually worked. Appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see here. Trying to get everything out. But yeah, it's amazing there was actually someone on the stream that didn't already have a membership and was subbed to be able to receive a gift membership. We've been having issues with that, where Shadow's been giving out so many gift memberships that we had nowhere to put them. That's so funny. What a problem to have. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, currently tonight it's just me on the server, but you know, that's okay. We're having a little bit of fun with that. I am digging Shadow with another $2 super chat. Yellow number 2, man, you are just so freaking kind. I appreciate it so much. Amanda with the hair, not sponsored by the Body Boost Wave Wand. Is that the tool you use to do my hair tonight? Is that what I'm to be believed? Appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, we're just gonna have a nice, chill, relaxing Minecraft Halloween stream here, and I am already inventory full. Yeah, that was disposable income. Yeah, Shadow apparently does, and I mean, appreciate it so much. It really goes to help things out. I absolutely appreciate the donations. They are just so kind. I am about to have a chest monster inventory problem already again. I know this is nothing new for anyone that watches the streams here. Let's go ahead. Kenzie, every time I hear Shadow start super chatting, all I hear is, "Here I go again on my own." Going down the only road I've ever known. I can't sing, so I apologize for everyone that just had to listen to that. It is not in my skill sets, but we try. My quest with the hey all, dropping by to say hi to everyone and happy Halloween. I hope I can hop on tonight to help out. I've been dealing with some IRL stuff. Maya, I know we talked off stream. You know, IRL takes first. You gotta deal with what you gotta do with. If you need anything, let us know. But appreciate you stopping by. Absolutely. And hopefully you like Garrett Garrison, Garbage Man. Time Architect. It sounds like you need time in your life to keep you organized. I have actually had multiple comments of individuals saying they want me to let them on the server to be like my personal inventory management guy, because apparently I am not very good at my inventory management skills, or some may say lack thereof. This probably looks really weird just digging into the blue void, but this is just, we're just digging this space out. It'll make more sense once we get through these layers here. Good old Lightmatica in the great blue void of being in the blocks for mining. Ty Wilson, what are you wearing? It is obviously Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison, Player of the Year 1989. Minecraft movie reference. It's the who Jason Momoa played in the Minecraft movie. That was the inspiration for what we have here. Shadow, I agree, the chest monsters in your property says everything. All right, in my defense, this current chest monster here is actually me collecting all the materials I need for this build, so I just need to have it close by. So this is a chest monster that's actually going to solve itself as I use the materials up for the build. So that's at least a good note. The good news there. Anyone else have Ricky's voice mostly coming out of right ear? It's saying that it's lighting up both right and left. Let me check that real quick. It could be I need to adjust my mic here a little bit. Is that better? Does that fix things? I might have had my mic set on the wrong setting from when I was adjusting things earlier, so if that is better, let me know. If not, I will go into some of the settings. You need an automatic storage system. Yeah, we need storage improvement for sure. That's on the to-do list. Joshua says it's fixed. Yeah, so on my I have the HyperX Quadcast mic right now, and I think it was set to, I don't know, dual mode instead of the actual in front of the mic, and I must have hit the button the last time I was adjusting my stand here. But one of the things I want to do, and it's going to be thanks to all of the wonderful donations from you guys, is I am planning on actually upgrading my mic setup here probably around Christmas time here. And I've been looking at the Shure MV7 Plus mics. Move up from the USB mic to an XLR mic. That's on my system upgrades I want to do to have better quality so that these videos and live streams are sounding better for all of you guys. You know, trying to pay it forward on you guys are donating the stream. I need to at least put it towards making sure you guys are having a good viewing experience. So that is on the potential buy list for this Christmas time. The Jason Momoa costume. Thank you so much. I gotta have this idea for it. Shadow with another super chat. My guy, you are so kind with the 3. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, all of these donations that you guys have been doing, I'm planning on investing it back into having a better system to make sure that you guys have the best viewing experience while you guys are here. You guys have been just absolutely amazing, and I appreciate every one of you. Now I'm currently digging out what is going to be a cellar for my food here at my base. Will I ever use this cellar for my food storage? I don't know. I tend to always be at spawn when I'm starting out on the server, but I like the option of having it here. But I don't really plan on making a large farmland here in my base, just because I don't want to attract or detract from the build cohesion of this base. But we'll see. The whole base is still in design phase, so you know, things can change in a heartbeat. We'll see what we get into. But what has everyone else been doing for their Halloween today? Anyone have any fun trick-or-treating or costumes or favorite Halloween movies they like? You know, gotta take advantage of the fact that it is indeed Halloween. So probably need to say something about that as we continue to dig our way around. All right, I'm gonna be honest, using these AirPods, it sounds literally like I am actively being caved in on constantly, and it is a terrifying experience. It feels like I'm actually in the game being just covered by this dirt. Ice around 17 more and you control Ricky. That's right, 17 more and we get to pick what we will let chat pick. Whatever we're going to do for the rest of the stream here, and whatever it is, we'll do it. I am fun. I'm here for a fun experience. Is it going to be working on the base, go to the beneath all by myself and probably die a bunch of times? I mean, we can do whatever you guys want to do. Joshua, I don't really celebrate Halloween, only did so in the past 3 years due to work and only at work. So in the neighborhood I'm in, we actually have trick-or-treating on the last Thursday of October, so as to not interfere with weekend plans. At least that's what the Central Ohio Planning Committee has decided. So we had our trick-or-treaters coming last night. We had about 60 kids come by the house to get candy, and you know, as someone who enjoyed Halloween as a kid, I gotta make sure that we had the S tier candy of the Sour Patch Kids and the Swedish Fish, because you know, that's, in my opinion, the best candy. Kenzie says, I ended up sitting in the ER with my dad. He's gonna be fine, everything's good, and the hospital mistook me for an unoccupied minor when I tried checking in to go back and sit with your dad. Oh dear. Well, hopefully everything is very minor there, and hopefully everything's okay with him. But that is hilarious that they're like, do you need an adult? You look like you need an adult. It's Halloween. Ice around our Halloween is always the day of Halloween. When I grew up, it always was the day of Halloween, but apparently here in Central Ohio, that's something that is regionally here, and I grew up in Northeast Ohio. So, you know, some things change by region apparently. It's the first time I had ever seen that when I moved into where I live now, and it kind of threw me off. That's like, what do you mean we're not trick-or-treating on Halloween? But, you know, each their own, and we just go around with it. That's had a smaller crowd last night than we've had in years past, but I think it's because it was 40 degrees and raining the whole night. So, you know, that's hard to go out and trick-or-treat, and that's not very fun. But I mean, we still had a good showing of kids for sure. Enjoyed that thoroughly. Everything pink has to go. Kenzie, I am dressing up as a bar wench. We're using my Oktoberfest get up and playing an adventure map tonight. That sounds amazing. Depending on how long this stream goes, I'll have to stop by and check out how that adventure map goes for you, but that sounds amazing. Uh-oh. Why did my chat just bug out? Come back? Hello, chat page? Uh-oh. Making sure that the chat didn't just completely bug out on me here. One moment. My OBS is being a little bit annoying at the moment. Ooh. Come on, OBS, what are we doing here? Why can't I see the chat anymore? That's not good. Yeah, it seems like everything's fine on the stream side. It's just my chat panel decided to just disappear here. So why don't we do that? Docs, chat. Can I refresh this? Refresh page. It's kind of hard to read chat if all I see is a giant white screen right now. Oh no, that is not what we were looking for. Pop out chat. We'll try it this way. All right, well, I found a different way to pop out a different window, so we'll just make that work, and hopefully that can work there. Joshua, rip chat, Halloween. Happy Halloween, everyone. Ice says, no mugs, Joshua, just clear plastic solo cups. Well, you know, gotta love the red solo cup. Nice way to start a party, some may say. Dating myself a little bit with some country music there. Well, that's all right. Oh, Kenzie with all the ghosts. I love it. How are you doing tonight, Ice? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're having a great evening. Kenzie asks, how many Jolly Ranchers can I eat before my teeth fall out? I mean, that feels like something that can only be proven scientifically of let's find out. I don't see any bad decisions here at all by trying that. Ice, this is in fact a sus moment. So I was actually talking to Jewel Draws today, who is the artist I've commissioned to make some extra emotes for the chat. And we were trying to come up with ideas for some emotes to add to the stream. I did share everyone's suggestion that we needed a bearded emote of some sort because everyone loves the beard, obviously. And then we also had discussed maybe making a chest monster emote because apparently everyone says I have a chest monster problem. But does anyone else have any other suggestion for good emotes that we could add to the channel? Because now is the time while they are still in development to put in any recommendations or ideas on how we would like those things to look like. Shadow says I was drinking with some of my colleagues from work for Halloween. That's a great way to spend a Halloween. I will probably have myself some apple cider and maybe some bourbon later this evening. You like my American bourbon. House of Atreides says, is it a trade? I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing this. Is it Atreides? Was that the appropriate term to say that? I'm trying to remember because I haven't watched Dune since the last time we had stream, and I know that was on the watch list here. It says, how many licks does it take to reach the center of a Tootsie Pop? When I was a kid, I actually remember trying that once, and don't remember what the number is, so now I'm gonna have to try it again. But I generally don't really care for Tootsie Pops or Tootsie Rolls. I'm not a huge fan of caramel in general, and I know that is probably an unpopular opinion, but yeah, caramel doesn't really do it for me. The only time I really will do anything caramel is like caramel and apple together. I don't mind that so much, but for the most part, not a big caramel fan. House of Trays, yes. Okay, I said something right on the first try. That like never happens here. we should take note. Shadow with a hold my beer emote. I need to write that one down. That is definitely A fantastic suggestion right there. Hold on, getting the pen and paper out. Hold my beer. All right, I will definitely pass that suggestion along, because that is a great suggestion right there. Kenzie says, I bought a cheap bottle of Pinot Noir for tonight, and I don't even drink wine, but I figured, why not? You know, why not? Couple weeks back, there was an actual wine and restaurant festival that came to Columbus, Ohio, and my wife and I went down to that, and it was like, what was it, $70 or something? You get 25 tastings of all these random small wineries from around the world that were there, with a bunch of fun restaurants. And it was a really fun time. Got to try some international wines that I normally would never have an opportunity to taste, and some of them were really good. I gotta say, the German Rieslings were, I'm sure I mispronounced that, were very good. French and Italian ones obviously were fantastic. It was a good experience. Tootsie Rolls aren't caramel, are they? It's pure chocolate. Is it? I always kind of thought they were kind of caramely to me, but maybe it's just a Tootsie Roll thing that I just don't like, and I'm mixing two things up right here. Shadow with another super chat. My man. What's up? Thank you. Gotta get those diamonds, man. Appreciate it so much. With the 4 as the message. Can we do a chicken emote? What is the reference for the chicken here? Is anything a chicken jockey? That might be a little overdone, but that's a possibility if that's what we want. I will add that to the list. We're turning live chat into the counting channel. I mean, yes we are, but you know, here we go. Warlock says, for Tootsie Pops, if you count the number of licks it takes to get to the center and send a letter to the Tootsie company, they'll mail you back a certificate with the number on it. That is amazing. I love those type of like promotional things that just make total sense. That is so cool. Warlock, you did say Riesling correctly. Hey, we are 2 for 2 tonight on saying things right, and that is wild. Also, can someone explain to me how certain streamers can wear these things the whole time and not have like an absolute headache? Like, how are you supposed to see a monitor like that? Is there brightness on 1 billion? Like, my goodness. All right, step 1, dig out the cellar. Step 1 complete. Excellent. Step 2, place sealed bricks to make the cellar. Commencing step 2. I'll probably wait up here to sleep the night away here. Back. Irzan said, my first grade teacher had an assignment where we counted the number of licks it took to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop. That is, what an assignment. That's amazing. Can I remember what my hotkey was for Easy Place? Configurations, hotkey. There we go. Look at that. Shadow with a gift membership. Thank you so much for the gift membership. Looks like we have already broken YouTube for the night with no one to give it to. We need to get some more new people here to be able to receive these gift memberships, but thank you so much. House of Trades, I feel like the chess monster emote should be your skin being eaten by by a mimic. You're not wrong. Like, the chest monster, I think, is going to be our most used emote whenever we get that. But that's one that we are definitely going to have made up. We just absolutely need a chest monster emote. That just goes without saying right there. And Shadow, just need to make sure. Gotta have it as close to a members only stream as you can every time. I appreciate it so much. Look at these beautiful sealed bricks making a base to our area. Probably looking a little choppy because we're just placing so quickly here. Ice, do you need the corners of the cellar filled or does it matter? I don't think you do. And in fact, I am not going to here. And we will know when it's all said and done if it works or not. And that will tell us the answer to that one. But I don't think you need the corners filled. I think it just needs to be all the sides, top and bottom. I think that's what matters. It says, I am back, was eating the Mexican food with my parents. Welcome back. What type of, or what did you have with your Mexican food? Was it enchiladas, burritos? What was on the menu tonight? Ice says corners and edges. Do I need to fill in the corners? If that's the case, I probably should do that now. Well, before I get too far ahead of myself and then have to like dig the whole thing out again. Chimichangas, rice and beans. That sounds lovely. I love a good Mexican. We don't have any good Mexican restaurants near me, unfortunately. Shadow with another super chat. My man. You are too kind. Number 5. Thank you so much. Just so freaking kind. All right, let's see here. If I need to do the corners, I need to basically, can I do this? Yeah. We're gonna do the crawling and filling in the corners. How about? Beautiful. I like the adjustment of the hotkey that allows you to just crawl in this mod. It's pretty convenient, not gonna lie, on being able to do some fun little things like in those small confined spaces here. Make sure that we're actually placing the blocks where they need to go, but that was a nice little addition, whoever added that into the mod pack. I do approve of that. All right, let's go. Oop. Crawling on down here, see what else we can get into. At the end there. Nope, keeps going. There we go. I'm gonna turn the easy play off for a second. And then place these guys back behind us. That is so convenient to be able to get down there and do that like that. Even though it's just launching this pile of rocks at me the whole way down. I feel like the old man from the Count of Monte Cristo just going caving. That's gonna be probably a niche reference right there. Cody, I always thank Pyrite, but I know it isn't all their work. I mean, even if he's just the face of the ones that does the work, I know he does a lot of work too. So to all the developers, thank you for that lovely addition, because that is quite the time saver right there. All right, let's keep working our way around. Oops. Gotta keep placing all the sealed bricks. Ooh. Be quite the cellar when it's done. Oh, forgot a corner. You mean cask of amontillado? Don't get the reference. You were just you missed a spot in one of the edges. That doesn't surprise me. Well, here real quick. Pop up. Do you remember which edge it was? Because it looks... Ah, right there in that corner. Didn't need to do that though. Overkill. Come on, let me click where it needs to go. What? Why? That was weird. Nice classic horror story. Why? I feel like I'm missing a reference here. Edgar Allan Poe's short story where the MC promises a reward for a guy and then bricks him up behind a wall. Oh. I vaguely remember reading that story back in a long time ago. Warlock. A builder's wand would make this easier. Well, what per se is a builder's wand? That might be the actual question here. Shadow, another super chat, another $2 with the number 6. Just single-handedly hold my bearing the way along to this goldenite. My guy, you are too kind. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Shadow. Shadow, my man. And another $2 super chat. I hope Shadow has a plan for what he wants us to do tonight. Because you're like already just doing the hold my beer of, I got this. It's a wand you can make. With each click, it places a layer of bricks at a time, like placing a whole row of bricks per layer. Builder's wand lets you build large structures easier. Well, that sounds useful. Shadow with the $2.08 and then Ice with the $2. He can't do it alone. I'll throw one in. Thank you guys so much for your super chats. You guys are so nice. Appreciate it. Dude, oh my god, they're just coming in so fast. Shadow with another €2 with the number 9. Wrong, Shadow, it's 10. That's right, Ice, you took 9 from him. Is it this copper wand here? Is this the thing I'm supposed to be using? Also, a trowel is a good building tool if it has tooltips that explain it well. We'll have to check those guys up. Shadow, no! Alright, well that seems easy enough to go make real quick, and since we're about to have to sleep away this night anyways, let's go try that out. Joshua says, I know what I'd want you to do, but doubt my idea will get picked. Well, I mean, you can start putting your suggestions out now and try and get people to get aligned with you. So let's see. I need a copper ingot, a stick, and some chipped gems. Let's start out with the copper one just to see if this works out before we get too far along here. And we will go from there, but we'll try this thing out. Sounds interesting. It's so quiet on the server tonight. It's kind of crazy. There's almost always someone else doing something. Wild. Keeps life interesting for sure, though. Cody, copper wands are horrible. You run through it quick. Well, you don't have ender dust. I could probably do the wrought iron one. I could at least do that then, it sounds like. So to do that, I need a gem. Oh, I do have ender dust. Ooh. Do I have an exquisite gem though? That is gonna be the question here. Joshua says, make a black music disc, then craft in a bench with a green bean and a knife. Can I make an exquisite gem with what I have? I don't think I have the materials to make one. Quartz. Don't think I have an exquisite gem, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to go with the basic, this normal gem here, unfortunately. I do know I have quartzite, so we can at least do that guy. Oh, a blank music disc. It's a secret craft recipe, not in JI. We'll need album jukebox to play. It doesn't work in normal jukebox though. Well, I mean, why not? You know, what's one more ridiculous thing on the list of things to do here? Where are my wrought iron ingots? Are they all in here? Got that guy. And was it in here I had the quartz? I understand I do have another chest monster taking over the Steam shop here. And for that, I say, my bad. I'm sorry. No, I had quartz. Will was it lazurite? There's the quartzite at least. So we'll try that guy out. There's a stick. So stick just like that. We make the wrought iron wand. Soul Steam Foundry. Yes, I need to put a sign up for that. So let's do that now while we're thinking about it, because otherwise I will completely forget to put that sign up. So let's go grab our signs. I think I had some more hanging signs in here. No. Probably make some. I need to. There's a hickory sign. we'll do that for right now. I'll get a proper hanging sign in the near future, but we'll at least put the sign on the door so that we know that this is Soul Steam Foundry. Oh, that was dumb. Soul Steam Foundry. Love it. Ayers says, I haven't been here or haven't seen this all, but you like my world so far. It looks awesome. Thank you so much. While we're in the spawn town here, I'll give a quick tour. So this is the town of Valley Forge. This is our spawn city here. And we have the Copper River Kitchen. This is our kitchen that we build that we cook all our food in. We have Kenzie's silo. The animal pens are still a work in progress, so those are not quite done yet. We have Guru's storage house, which is where we're kind of our mass storage for everything here at spawn right now. A couple floors of storage there. Then we have the ye old forge here. This is our original Terrafirma forge that we had from early days. We have the Steelyard Commons here, which is where we actually make all of our pig iron, and we have some of the old blast or the bloomeries that we don't even use anymore. We have the Black Barrel Distillery here, which is all of our distilled barrels, and then down beneath it we actually have a cellar, which is where all of our bulk food storage is right now. Keeps a lot of food around for a very long time. So yeah. Then over here we now have the, we call it right, Soul Steam Foundry. This is where it's our entire steam shop of steam equipment in here. And then back here we've kind of got a little create assembly line. I haven't built a building for all this stuff yet, but this was kind of like our preliminary mass production assembly line area, and we'll have to build a building for that. But that is essentially our little spawn town in one quick run here. And then we're gonna head back to my main base, which is where we were actually started the episode, or started the live stream working at here. Getting hungry, so I'm gonna have to eat some food here. Make my way down. But hopefully you guys enjoy what we've been doing here on the server so far. We've been kind of moving slow roll through the equipment or the different phases of the mod pack, but like I say in previous streams, I like to build a building for each unique thing. I don't want to have like just one massive jumbo factory. That's, I mean, yeah, I could and mass produce items, but that's not as fun to me. So I'm here to actually try and make each building have a unique purpose of some sort. And so what we're working on is this building right here, and this is going to be our low voltage building. Let's see, Carrie Worshipper number 1 says, hey Ricky, welcome to the stream. Glad you could be here. Hopefully you're enjoying your wonderful happy Halloween evening. Glad you chose to be here with us. All right, let's see, how does this thing work per se? That would be a good question here. So what that is silly. That is absolutely silly that works so easily. Oh my god, what a difference. This might be my new favorite tool, and that's like the first time I've used it. Yeah, other than Cable, who can basically creative fly already. Cable and Eisneroth, they live, so we live on the Spawn Peninsula here, and Ice and Cable, they have a little factory set up down here. They're living down in a jungle rainforest, which is a different biome to allow them to have some different planting items. And they're making some large factory down there that they really enjoy. So it's just the way I like to play. Not everyone plays the same, but that's okay. We all play the mod pack differently. See if I can get this right. This is cool. Ice Wrath, I don't know what you speak of. Your mass production. I believe when I last talked to Cable, he said you guys had just gotten through with the high voltage stage, which is wild to already be at that level, and we're still here just entering the low voltage. The higher tier wands have longer range to place blocks. This tool is amazing and might already be my favorite tool in the mod pack. Like in the first like 30 seconds of using this thing. That is so cool. What a difference. Oh, building just got so much easier. Nice, you guys are trying to exit the high voltage. Are you guys going to the moon then soon? Is that the next thing that you guys are doing? Careful using the wand on side of walls. I will take that into consideration. That feels like useful information right there. All right, that should count for that. Excellent. And next, we have dolomite. So now I gotta make like a little intermediate basement. And the reason I'm making a little intermediate basement here is have room to have pipes and stuff. I don't know if I'll need them, but I'm just kind of like trying to future-proof the build based on my very limited knowledge of what our next equipment's going to be. So we'll take these dolomite bricks. And let's see. I think I can go like this. Get rid of the scaffolding for a second. Nice. Now I want to know what happens. If you, it looked like if you, the little image was being believed, it would just basically add an entire extra wall, and then you'll have to like remove the wall if you want, if it's not where you want it. So it looks like it would just be inconvenient more than anything else. Shadow says, I can already see once we get to the moon, it's going to be terraforming into one giant factory. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. I wouldn't put it past them. That sounds like something they'd be up to. It's just a lot of time to pull up misplaced blocks if the wand mod doesn't have an undo function. Yeah. I would prefer to only do things once, but that's just me. You know, why make things harder than we have to? But this thing is sweet. What an advancement that is. And it looks like, make sure I can get this right. Is it all dolomite? No, it's a shale and dolomite mix. But the floor is all shale. So let's grab our shale bricks next. Which I obviously knew were right where I left them. Oh, nice. It actually worked. I wasn't sure if it would continue being that there were different blocks, but it looks like it actually did do what I wanted it to do. we'll just continue this floor all the way across, making what is inevitably going to be an unintentional mob farm, I'm sure. But we'll deal with that in the future. All right. Now we have successfully hidden everything we've done so far tonight. So look at us go. An hour in and it's all already gone. Just the way we planned it. All right, I'm gonna need some dirt here. Do a little brief terraforming right here by the entrance. That'll work right like that. Boom, boom. Clean up my holes from the digging out. One really big hole down here. Some mods have an option to lock the placement mode to horizontal, vertical lines, etc. Well, that seems extremely useful. But overall, like, that wand was really cool. I am already a big fan of it. I think that'll make building certain things a lot easier. So looking forward to finding excuses to use that thing. Another hole right there. And that's because I got rid of the shell, so it's not in my inventory. It looks like it's from the mod called Construction Wand, if this is to be believed. So take that for what that's worth. Looks like I need to extend this one more out. This guy, and a boom. Look at us go. I don't really need this right now. Put that away in the steel backpack. All right. What next? Now we go by layer, I think. That here. I need dolomite and shale bricks for this base layer here. Kind of get us started off here. Look at all those hearts coming in. Someone's having fun with the little heart emote guy, or the heart icon, whatever it's called. Boom. That is just so nifty. Let's go ahead and place some more bricks. I think I have placed bricks where they weren't supposed to be. That sounds like something I would do. But here we are. Making our way up the building. Why is there a split there? Looks like I need to get me some sequoia logs as well, because we are going to be using a bunch of sequoia logs, if that wasn't already obvious by like the hundreds of logs I've been cutting down here. But it'll be worth it in the end, I hope, think. We'll It'll be worth it. That's what we're going with. Go ahead and place that down there. Up a little. And we'll place the corner blocks as well. Because why not? We're here. Hypno. Hey, Ricky. Happy chat. Happy Halloween. Thank you for being here. And Shadow with another super chat. My goodness. Once again, Shadow with the hold my beer. You are far too kind. Super chat number 11 right there. Thank you so much. Let's see. Get these guys. I might do the actual exterior decorations after I get the base frame of the building built up. That might be the way to go here, because I think the decorations will take much longer than the walls themselves. Like the windows and things like that. Those I'll probably come in and do after the fact. But how's it going, Hypno? Hopefully your evening is going well. As good as can be. And hopefully you're enjoying your happy Halloween tonight. Nine more to make Ricky tear down his build. That would be so cruel. Oh my goodness. I hate this idea already. Please no. That would make me so sad. Everything you've been working on, tear it down. Ice, you are a bad influence right there. That's what I have to say about that. Trick or treat. Ice chooses trick. No treats here. Joshua, I second that. Don't give me ideas. These are terrible ideas. We need to take these ideas away. Like, no, let's not do that. Oh, this is an awful idea. Why would you do that to me? That is so mean. I would be so sad. I would do it, but I would be so sad. Oh, I fell. And I fell again. I'm good at falling. It's the Brondo ideas. It's what the plants need. It's what they crave. Oh, I actually hate this idea. Like, why would you do this to me? Like, please don't do this to me, please. Oh, that'd be terrible. The weather mod is not actually installed. I don't even know it's compatible, Shadow. So that's one where it's like I don't even know if I could do that, and I don't want to give you like false hope there and thinking that that's an option, because it's not even like an installed mod on this mod pack. It would have to be, I'd have to find a way to install it and make sure that you or make sure that it is compatible with the current mods in the mod pack. So that's something that's going to take more than just a stream idea, unfortunately. Though it would be funny. Yeah, it's not something I can just like turn on, because it's not even a part of it. It was just a idea of a mod to add to the mod pack. Nice. It'll give you double content. You can build it for stream all over again with the make it for a video and for stream. Go to every base and steal all of their doors. Well, I would do that, but most of the bases that I know of, they don't even have doors. They're just buildings out without any doors. It's like, I think I'm about the only one that uses doors just about. Oh, Cable joined in. Hi, Cable. I mean, it would be a journey just to go visit everyone's base, even if I don't take anything from them, or it's like just go take some random thing from each base. That would be a heck of a journey just to go to every base because they're all so far away. Not a bad idea, but that it would be a journey. What is it? Dolomite? I need more dolomite. This is when I find out I didn't make enough dolomite. Oh, no, I got some. That's good. Doors are a lot less useful when you don't have to worry about hostile mobs. That's true, Hypno. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think most people have a door. Be funny though. Just go to everyone's base and just take something. Ripped log in the middle of this layer. Did I miss that? Did I hit one? I think there was a strip log, but maybe there is. Is it just me or are the Discord links in the description invalid? Well, I hope not, but if they are, let me... It looks like they're working. There's the CFT Discord and the ZetaCraft Discord. So I hope they work. But if it's not working for you, let me know and I can try and figure out what's going on there. Warlock says, someone mentioned the trowel tool, a great tool for consistent randomization. If I was building this as a new build and I didn't have a schematic for it, absolutely yes. But the randomization in this one is courtesy of a fun little mod called World Edit. So it's kind of cheat randomization in that regards, but it does work. So here we are. What is that anymore of? Shale cobble. Did I really not make enough shale bricks? Am I that unprepared today? That's embarrassing. Well, let's go and make some more, apparently. How embarrassing. Yeah. Normally, I think that's a great idea. It's just because I have the schematic, the randomization has already been done for me. So that's kind of nice. They're good. They just didn't work in the browser. Okay. Well, I'm glad they worked for you. I was going to say, like, I just went through those to set those up, so they should be working. But if they're not, I'll do what I need to fix them. Remove world edit. The world edit is actually in my single player version where I do some creative designing. So like it's not actually on the server. It's just when I'm designing, I use some world edit tools to make for more interesting builds. What? I made the wrong brick. I needed dolomite. Oop. Can't believe I made the wrong brick. Always something. There's some dolomite. Shadow with another super chat, number 12. Thank you so much. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. There's brick. Jail. When it turns out that I didn't actually have enough of everything I needed to do this build, I'm gonna feel real silly real fast if that's true. Cable, time to dig to bedrock. What are you digging to bedrock for? That sounds dangerous. Wonder what they need at bedrock. Boop, boop, boop. Ace it out a bit so you can build in peace. That's okay. Oh, he needs ammo. Oh, he's making a mob farm, I think. He wants to automate his gunpowder, make ammo, I believe is what they're working on. That's right. I thought it was just let him get closer to the end of the build. Give me that false sense of hope. Do, 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 do. Bedrock beneath though, right? I mean, if he goes all the way to bedrock, then yes, he will go to the beneath. But I think it's more of to build a large open area underground so that he can actually construct a mob farm to be able to get gunpowder easily. I believe that is his plan. I wonder if he's going to be using the same design that I use in my Terrafirmagreg world of the absolute most efficient use of aqueduct powered mob farms, because I didn't have a bucket but I still wanted to make a mob farm, so I just used aqueducts and pistons to turn the water flow on and off to move the water sources that where I wanted them. Is Cable preparing to play COD on the server? I mean, Maya did say he was planning to make a COD adventure map kind of thing in the server, so could be fun. Gotta love a good mini game. Oh, Cable will have fun playing some COD. He just doesn't know it yet. Ah! Dang it. I fell. Make sure refilling is turned off so I don't accidentally delete everything. Doesn't Greg Tech have chemical processes to make gunpowder? That is a great question. To make gunpowder, there is a mixer that allows you to do it, but you still need to get saltpeter, sulfur, and charcoal dust. I think he just wants to farm gunpowder from creepers so he doesn't have to do any mining. Abel said his no was to using my mob farm. I mean, I don't understand why you wouldn't want to use my mob farm. My mob farm was absolute perfection. Yeah, he likes the free and easy gunpowder without having to actually work for it. the Cable way of playing Minecraft. Do as little as possible. If he could get away with doing less, he would. Ice says, I believe so, Warlock, but would need higher tech. I think it's more of, you just don't want to have to get the saltpeter and the sulfur. You just want the gunpowder without having to do any mining. Even though half of Minecraft is, you know, the mine part, and then you craft. Ideally. But what do I know? Doing it. I think Cable might be listening to the stream if he is answering the questions live as I'm taking them. He doesn't like mining. Missing out, man. It's a good time. And I need more sequoia. Figures. Never enough sequoia in this build, apparently. And redstone can craft for you. Technically accurate. Kind of hard to argue with that when it is technically right. I'll have to clean up these misplaced blocks later, but fine for now. Looking good. I'm always afraid that I have tree felling turned on to my axe and it's going to just delete everything I've just placed. Like a recurring fear of mine. 1, 2, 3. This guy should be that. Yeah. Shadow. Another super chat. You are so kind. Thank you so much. Number 13 there. Time to get Crypticacia and then all of the marble blocks. So no more shale and dolomite needed. So that's good. Rid of those guys from the inventory. Put those in there. And let's see if we can find where all my marble blocks end up. Those. Was it just marble chiseled and marble bricks? Has it really been an hour and a half already? That is wild. Loving the streams. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're enjoying them. I also have been greatly enjoying these streams. It's been a lot of fun to do something. It's a different way of making content that I've not done before this series. I've done, you know, a live stream here or there on Twitch, very few and far between, but usually it's like playing other games, and I just never really gave it the time it was deserved. And like, this has been a fun experience. Do Minecraft live streaming. I've been having a lot of fun with this. Something very different for me, but I'm glad you're enjoying it. And if you have any suggestions on how to make it better, let me know, because I'm always looking to improve the stream so everybody enjoys it as well. Shadow says, hey Cable, how long will it take until you guys have terraformed the whole moon into a giant factory? The only downside to that, Shadow, is that would require Ice and Cable to actually terraform. They usually have other people do the terraforming and they'll just do the buildings, but I could see them doing the factory there pretty quickly. Warlock, what tier of power is ice and cable in? They are in the high voltage, I believe. So we're about to enter the low voltage, and they are currently in the high voltage, and they're looking to enter into the space age. Now we're going to be a little ways out from doing that as well, but I was actually talking to Maya earlier this week, and I believe it was Olive who had suggested that we needed to make a Zeta 1 space station or something like that, and we have begun talking with what we would do to make a proper, you know, space agency for the server. So that is something that we're thinking about behind the scenes. I think they mean how long until I take the planet to bedrock. That's more likely, is that he will just go to the moon and then put like some sort of big digger there and just like dig it out all of the natural resources that the moon has to offer. That would be something Cable would do. Eventually we'll get there though, and we'll make a nice moon base. It should be fun. I need this many sequoia logs on me right now. I think it's the ash that I need more of. I'm paying attention to myself here a little bit. Where was I? Right. Oh no, I placed it in the wrong direction. There we go. Gonna look a little silly until it's done, but this should look good when it's done, I hope. Right now it just looks like a color changing clown wall. That's right, Cable, you are building. You're not wrong there. Eventually we'll go visit your place on streaming and give us a tour of everything you've been working on. So that would probably make for an interesting stream. I don't know if you want to do that for next week's Terra Firma Tuesday by chance. That could be a fun Terra Firma Tuesday of just going down to the rainforest and see everything Ice and Cable have been building. All their fancy high-tech equipment. Warlock says, I'm going to figure out how a passive gunpowder process without mobs. Tuesday is hard for you? Would Thursday or Friday next week work better? Still, yeah. Depends on time. I mean, well, we can make something work. We'll sort out a time. But before too long, we'll set something up. Oh, look at that expert fall without taking any damage. The plays, the pro plays. Friday would be better. All right. Well, maybe next Friday, we'll do a stream and see what we can get into. So that might be a potential bonus stream for next week then. Visiting Ice and Cable. That could be fun. I assume that's something chat would be interested in seeing. If not, let me know, but I think it sounds kind of fun. What's that? Acacia fence. Welcome back to the stream, Ice. Pay attention to us after we've answered the question already. But yes, high voltage is what they are currently on. I'll have to make those fence posts. I don't have them made up yet. Knew I was missing something. Always missing something. Look at all these copper bars. Embarrassing how long it took Hypno and I to make those copper bars. Only for you to realize I actually wanted a different copper bar, so I had to make the other one. So I had to go back and forge 160 copper bars again, but it was a different recipe because I wanted the other recipe I figured out. Shadow with another super chat. 14, we get closer to the goal, he says. Thank you so much for the super chats. God, you are absolutely crazy generous, my friend. Just so freaking kind. Unbelievable. Like, just truly unbelievable. Iceroth says, gonna go back to lurking. All right. Sounds good. We appreciate the lurk. Thank you for the lurking on the channel. And hopefully you're having a good Halloween evening as well. Warlock, got it. I'm more curious for myself if it can be done at the lowest tier of power that can be used. Oh, looking to do some experimenting, I take it? You'll have to let us know what you find out. Always interesting ways to exploit these mod packs. I'm sure there are plenty of ways out there. The amount of things that are added into these packs are kind of crazy. I love that Terrafirmagreg music. Hopefully it's coming across for everyone as well. I find the Terraforma soundtrack to be one of the better video game soundtracks ever made. Not that I'm biased or anything, but like, it's fantastic. Look at us place these blocks so quick. What a build. Oh no. I am out of Sequoia again. That took literally no time at all. House of Trady says you should make a sea defense wall with the cannons. There's a special for anyone. Excuse me. You should make a sea defense wall with the cannons, and then as a special, everyone tries to either defend or attack the walls with sloops. That could be kind of interesting. I was planning on just building like some docks along this entire. If you kind of look at this map here, there's this natural little cove here. I was planning on building like a some sort of like little dock with like shipping buildings all around that cove. Look was kind of what I was planning for the space here. That's kind of what I was thinking of doing for that spot, but that is still very much in design phase. I don't have anything set in stone for that yet, so could figure that out as we go. Looks like Iceroth has joined the game. We'll give him a little hi. Warlock says, I'll post on here if the stream is still going. Definitely will post on Discord though. Appreciate that, Warlock. Definitely let us know what you figure out. You know, always looking for fun and interesting ways to use this mod pack. think we're getting close to having to, but I know we're going to have to start placing some roof blocks here. So let's go get these. It's going to be the willow shingles stairs and the aspen shingles and stairs. ZetaCraft just drowned. Wait, hold on. Are you actually at my base right now, Cable? Did that really? Did he just drown and the last time you slept was in one of my beds? Oh, that's hilarious. Where at? Am I going to do one of those rocky wave breaker things? Be honest, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do the docks yet. I'm still figuring that part out. So I don't have a set plan for that per se just yet. But we will get there. Those aspen stairs. Put them there. Leave this knight away. That's so funny. That cable is all the way back here. I don't have a plane. So rip. That's so fun. Now to place these 30 different ways and get it wrong every time. Because, you know, there's. Why not? All right. Cable needs help. We're going to go help him out. We will go save Cable here from imminent demise. That's so funny. Respawn all the way back at our place at spawn. Like 5,000 blocks away from where he died, I'm sure. Or more. Poor guy. The $2 super chat. I see Cable is going to go through some cardio. No kidding. Thank you so much, Shadow. That's really funny. Oh, there he is. Here's some sandwiches. Enjoy. I'll make life a little bit easier. I don't think Cable has the voice chat installed. I have a rowboat at my place. That's the best I can figure to get him back home. It's so funny. And this building is looking really good so far. What do people think? And I don't even have like all the decorations in. This is like just the framing so far. I still have to decorate the whole thing. Let me know. No, you guys like where we're going with this? Gable, if you want to use my little rowboat, you can use that to go back home. That's probably be your best bet. That'll be faster than a canoe, I would think. I'll make another one at some time, I suppose. Oh, I assume he's still listening here. We'll scaffold up over here to get this roofing done. Shadow with another $2 super chat saying row, row, row the boat all the way down the street. What month is it in game? I already did one harvest of the lemons. I'm actually trying to get to actual early autumn so I can start harvesting apples because I have a bunch of lemon jam down in my cellar. So I don't really need any more lemons at this point. Like that's one of the ones that we have plenty of, I'd say. Here. Trying to get this just right. That. Oh no. Ow. I fell. Again. Did Cable like my fit? What do you think of the skin? How many different ways can I place the same steers and it not be the right way? His response is, it's something. Oh, that's funny. Some may say perfection. House Trays, did we change month length for the server? Yes, we did. So on our server, we have a couple custom settings that are quality of life for us. One of them was the month length. So we actually have 35-day long months instead of the default 8-day months. And that is so that with people being on, there's usually someone on with all of our time zones around the world. Almost always there's someone online. So what was happening at the 8-day month is that you would log off, you would log on, and a year has passed essentially in game. So no one was able to experience the season. So by making 35-day long length months, that adjusted the seasons for us all. But when we did that, we also had to adjust all of the food boiling and preservation numbers. So we have custom settings for the food preservation. So if you look at my lunch pail, you see I have pork chops that say they're good for 42 years. And yes, I understand that it's salted, brined, pickled, wood grilled, and cooled in here. But in the traditional version of Terrafirmagreg, this would be way unlikely. This is just a custom setting we had to do so that we were able to play this as a server and have time being able to pass while other people were online when you weren't able to be online. So that's just one of the things we had to do to kind of be a bit of a quality of life thing. So yeah, that is something unique to our server, just from a quality of life perspective. Does that answer your question, Atreides? Not that it was a question, but like comment, I suppose I should say. One of those little things you have to do to be able to do a content creator server, essentially. Think about making it so that people could actually play the game without having to log on, and all you do when you're logged on is making more food, because that makes it impossible to actually get anything done from the recording perspective. We are going with a green roof here. Something a little bit different for me. So in a single player world, and this is something that I found, I feel like the 8-day month is still too short, even in a single player one. My recommendation would be leave the food settings how they are, but do a 20-day month. I think that that's kind of like the best place to actually be able to enjoy the seasons. And then when you do it that way, you actually don't go through like an entire year in under a week's time of gameplay. So that would be my suggestion. It is the default day length. Shadow with another super chat saying 3 more to go. Oh my god, you are so kind. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Shadow just doing the classic hold my beer approach tonight. Like, I'll do this all by myself is what I think he's saying here. But no, the day lengths are the default day lengths, which is the traditional Minecraft, what, 20-minute days, I think. Believe that's what the default is, but I've not adjusted, so whatever the default is what we're at. Put him in a dugout canoe, no paddle. Well, I don't know what he's doing, but he hasn't taken my rowboat. So. House of Trades. No, $2 super chat saying, nah, can't let only Shadow do it. Thank you so much. She's like, can't have Shadow be the only one working here. I appreciate that. Thank you. 2 away from goal, and then we'll let chat decide what we do for the rest of the stream, and I have no idea what it's gonna be. We'll probably put a poll up and let you guys all vote on like what we should do. What are the recommendations that we want to throw out into a poll to do? I should probably ask that now so I can kind of get the poll part set up when the time comes. Making roofs so time consuming, especially when I place them in the wrong order. Alright, if I remember correctly, Terrafirmagreg makes the day length 24 minutes, but I'm not sure if Terrafirmagreg changes that. I do not know, to be honest. I just know I did not adjust it from whatever the default is. So whatever the default day length is what we have. So I can say that at least, but I don't know if it's 20 or 24 minutes. Yeah, that I'm not sure on. Ice, he wasn't alone. That's true. There have been a couple, but there is no denying that Shadow has done the bulk of the super chats towards the goal tonight. He has really been hitting them tonight. And we greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Shadow says, continue with low voltage after finishing the building is my option I throw in. Bleaker with the $2 super chat of, I disapprove of this stream. That's all right, Bleaker. What's up? How's it going? How you doing tonight? Thank you so much for the $2 super chat there. Hopefully you're having a good evening and enjoying your happy Halloween here. We are just Shadow, you maniac. A $10 super chat saying go goal. Oh my god, thank you so much. You're crazy, man. Thank you. All right, so that's the question we have to ask. It said that you guys will pick what we do for the rest of stream. So what do you want the rest of the stream to be? Do you want us to finish this building? Let me onto the stream, Coward Bleaker says. Oh boy, I don't know if I'm ready for that. Do you want to finish this build, or do you want us to do something completely different? Put your comments now what you think we should do for the rest of the stream, and then we'll put a little poll up to vote on it. Ice with the GGs. Yes, indeed, GGs. Another goal reach. That is crazy. You guys are just far too kind. Unbelievably kind. Tree My Little Pony fanfics. Oh goodness. Joshua says, I make a album jukebox and some discs. Or I say make album jukebox and some discs. Okay, that's one suggestion. Yeah, it says continue the building afterwards, maybe looking at low voltage. House Trading says Rose Quartz expedition for create logistics far north. Bleaker says read My Little Pony fanfics. That's a wide selection of differing options there, for sure. Iron said finish the building and then just tear it down. Oh, I don't like that one very much. That's not high on the ones I would like to do. So hold on, let's get somewhere right here, and we'll go ahead and make a poll. Rest of stream, could we finish the LV building, and if time permits, begin LV work? Oh, that's too many characters. So we'll go with finish LV building. Take a plane ride. I don't have a plane. I have a cargo airship, so I could take a airship ride. Rose Quartz. What is Rose Quartz? That is... Alright, I'm looking at this right now. Trying to keep up with what everything's being used for here. Rose Quartz lens is used for that. So basically, we need the Rose Quartz lens. What is this for? Makes reflector blocks to make the large soul. Oh my god, that thing's nuts looking. What is this thing? What even is this thing? All right. Journey to get rose quartz. I mean, whether I ignore that or not, that thing's cool. There's all sorts of things. That's the source of power on the moon. Okay. Well, explore. We'll put these up as the options, let's say. I think that's a reasonable suggestion right there. Ah. How did I fall so far? I'm always falling. Try to find my way back up. Seeker, I didn't see my option. Yeah, that one's not an option. Appreciate it, but no. So Pyre says there's a quest chapter on how the create logistics work. It explains the rose quartz though. Noted. It looks like we've got 50% of the votes going towards the rose quartz, 30% towards finish the building. Bleaker says 0 out of 10. That's fair. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. Fair. Can't argue with that. Ow. That hurt. Oh, goodness. What are people thinking? Anyone else want to put a vote in of the options we've got so far? I think there's some great options out there. So it seems like the general consensus is we go traveling in some capacity. Whether it be, and if we're going to journey, I guess really the airship ride and the journey for rose quartz kind of is one and the same, or can be. Now that I think out loud about that. What I get for not thinking on my feet fast enough. But I will have this building done and ready so that for Terra Firma Tuesday next week, we will probably on Terra Firma Tuesday, the entire stream will be exploring the LV tree of insanity, essentially. So that, I think we can put that on the calendars of what we're going to do for next Tuesday, because that's going to be a whole stream of content and more right there. There's a keybind for titling that additional placements thing, by the way. I think it is N by default. I don't mind it, honestly. Taking a little getting used to, but I don't mind it. I just gotta do better at it, is what I've determined. You're not meant to be on your feet, you're meant to be in the air. Nose to toes, man. Nose to toes. Let's... So why don't we go with that? And based on that poll response, Shadow with another gift membership. My friend, you are too kind. You are far too kind. Just constantly determined to break the YouTube algorithm here. Oh. Let's go empty our inventory. And I guess we will get... Okay, we're safe. Yeah. Heaven forbid that we actually have someone in the stream able to receive a gift membership not having a gift membership. That would be crazy. That's what we're going to do. We're going to use the airship and look for the rose course. So we're going to use both of the tie there. I'm just going to empty my inventory out real quick so that I am free to go exploring. Gotta make sure these are private streams for the subbed only. No kidding. But we've got the first half of the build coming together so far. You can kind of see what we're looking like here. I'll give you one last look of what it will look like when it's finished. So you can see I still got to add in window decorations all around the outside, and we've got one more floor to build on this part of the build right here. But the build itself is definitely coming along. I'm very happy with how it looks so far. It'll look better when all the decorations are added in, but you can definitely see that we have made some serious progress tonight on this. Well, let's go ahead and empty our inventory of things we're not gonna need. Sure. We're gonna have to go get some more charcoal to make sure that the airship doesn't run out, because that would be bad. I'm with Ice Breath on this matter. Apparently, you know, gotta have it. And I just wish I would understand why there are people that aren't, or why YouTube doesn't allow you to still gift memberships to people that are just watching the stream. Even why does YouTube have to have that setting that you have to be able to receive the gift memberships? That doesn't make any sense to me. But you know, that's YouTube, and sometimes YouTube does what YouTube does and life goes on. All right, let's get some extra fuel because we're gonna need some fuel for this. I think it's in this building. It's not a lot of charcoal. Oh, there we go. That should be plenty of charcoal. And then for the rose quartz, let's check our earth ore vein. That's not there. Where can I find the rose quartz spawning location? Do we know where the rose quartz traditionally spawns in this world? I just need to look for the quartzite. I assume it would spawn with these guys. So we need to find a shale, Jadis quartzite, or schist biome, I believe. Do I have my pro pick? Do. That's important. And then the other thing I need is some extra water. Don't want to starve while out traveling. And then I'm going to go get some scaffolding because I want that to be able to get in and out of the cave if necessary. And then we will suit up and start making our way. The chat, where is the best place to find quartzite? Does anybody know? Would love to hear what the best option is for that, or where I need to go to find it. I like extra torches. Joshua, no clue. Helpful. That's what we were hoping for. Let's go on top of our hill. Now, eventually, this hillside here is going to be our airstrip. And this is my little, very tiny Shadow. Another super chat asking, has Cable reached his home yet? Let's ask. Have you reached home yet? Her says, I used to find quartzite randomly in exposed rock all the time, but that was in like 07. Well, I think I'm gonna look. If I go down by where the redstone is, I feel like the quartzite might be in a similar location. But check out our sweet hot air balloon. Look at this guy. This thing's sweet. And we will just start journeying across the ocean. Because why not? Rose quartz is far north. All right, well, let's head north then. That sounds like the right answer. This is slow. I need to get some upgrades to this guy or get a bigger ship. But I couldn't afford making a plane yet, but at least I made a little balloon. What do you guys think of the balloon? I want to dye the balloon orange, but I think I need to get the chemical processor to be able to do that. It's found in ice geodes on the surface. Oh, well, we are going to be journeying for a minute. This might not have been the best mode of transportation if we're going that far north, but here we go. We're doing it anyways. All in. Ice says we have not yet Shadow. Did you go pick him up, Ice? Is that what you ended up doing? Was going to the plane to go pick him up? Would explain why he didn't want to use my boat. If we're going north, we can fly over Hypnojo's place and see what he's got going on down here. It's not too late to take the sloop. You know what? At the speed that this air balloon is going, I think it is worth going to get the sloop. But that might actually be the right option, is to go get the ship. This thing's cool, but this is not speedy. The super extremely fast super ship. Look at us go. Yeah, we're gonna go get our boat. That is a good choice right now. Especially as far north as we need to go. Should check out the quadricopter too. I was looking at that. It's on my to make list. I just hadn't had time to make it yet, but I am actually planning on making the quadricopter in the next episode or two. It's on my to-do list. The fact that it takes this long just to get back to where the ship is hilarious. This is painful. I also saw there was a comment on one of the, I think it was a previous live stream, that we had a single musk ox. It was a male musk ox at spawn, and if I could go and find a friend for the musk ox. So if we're out in the north looking for the rose quartz, I think we also look for a female musk ox to give our little musk ox a friend. I think that would be the polite thing to do. Quadricopter good for building? I could see that. That would make sense. All right. Dismount. We'll take him with us for when we get way north. But for now, let's go ahead. Weigh anchor. Open the sails. And start making our way. Nope, not that way. No. No, no, no. Turn, 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 turn. Not in there. Better. Okay. Whew. That was almost a disaster. Almost. Ugh. And now we begin the journey north. Not like it's going to take a while. That was weird. Like it's had a mind of its own right there. Very nice boating skills. We saved it. Let's see here. Now I am going to actually, I need to go very far east to get around this landmass, I think. Yes, no. OBS reconnection successful. Icenaroth would like to announce that they have finally made it back home. Did you end up going to pick him up, Ice? Is that what ended up happening there in the plane? Shadow with the thumbs up, Ricky. Did we have any other suggestions for emotes while we're in this boat for a while? I know the Hold My Beer and the Chest Monster were two suggestions. Are there any other suggestions that we like for emotes? It just took 30 minutes, no kidding. Well, it takes about, I think we determined it takes them about 13 minutes by plane to get from their place to our place. So if he went to pick him up, it'd be 30 minutes there and 30 minutes back. Is the audio and video desynced for y'all too? The OBS did a disconnect, reconnect briefly. It should be back, but you might have to refresh the page if it's desynced too much. I apologize for that. I don't know why OBS does what it does sometimes. Yeah, for a brief moment, the OBS just decided to be like, we're gonna disconnect you and you're reconnected. Like, why? Yeah, a quick refresh should fix it. I'm gonna open up. I'm gonna add my mini map on. I can actually see which way I'm facing. That might make life a little bit easier to see where I'm going here. It's good now. a powder barrel being just a little too full. Not a bad idea. That's a crocodile in there. Why is there a crocodile in the middle of the ocean? That's weird. Making my way through these islands. We're moving. Gotta go east to go north. Of course. Ooh. Me and boats have such a great history of being a disaster. I just need the wind to change. As soon as the wind changes, I'll go like due north again. Kind of, I'm trying to find that location where the wind changes directions. Because that will figure that out, that kind of occasionally happens. And arm the cannons emote. That's clever. I like that. Can I go north yet? Wouldn't that be something? Because I'd be going kind of far south here. This Ricky and his own version of the Black Pearl. Yeah, why not? It'll be Pirate Ricky. That could be something, right? Come along with these cannons. I'm here to steal your booty. Or however it goes, I don't know. I have a absolute love-hate relationship with the sloop ship. I don't know about anybody else. When I got the wind in my back, I love this thing. But when I don't, man, is this ship infuriating. Like, it is. It can be painful. But sometimes it's so nice. And then it's just like, nah. Come on, let me go where I want to go. Well, come on, let me turn. Have I taken a look at the 1.21 update for TFC? I have not yet had the chance to do that, Trades. It's on my to-do list. I've really been working on trying to get a couple builds set up and get caught up on some content recording wise on this server. I need to get back on the TFC world to work on my mega project there, and then once I get that, then I can also maybe look at the 1.21 update for TFC. I've also thought about doing, I don't know if anyone would be interested in it, but I was talking to Maya when Maya was streaming earlier this week about maybe doing a vanilla Minecraft series as well. It would be much less focused than this one, and I probably wouldn't do it very often. It'd be just kind of like a behind the scenes kind of time, just killing time, something different. But is that something that people would be interested in? Because sometimes I get the itch to play vanilla Minecraft, but not like a lot, like just every once in a while. Is that something that people would be interested in seeing? Because I have not done vanilla Minecraft in a while, to be honest. Could be something unique and different. Working with these winds are taking me exactly where I don't want to go. Like, I'm going the opposite of where I want to be. The fact you can't make a steamboat is strange. A steamboat would be so cool. Oh, like the big water wheels behind it. Oh, that'd be so cool. I feel like I structured them as one-offs, so that could work, but a full series on top of everything seems a little rough schedule-wise. Absolutely, it would be. It would probably be, at best, one episode a month, realistically, if I was to do it. And so it's kind of like, here's what I did this month, and like the first one will probably be like setting up in a vanilla world. And then each one would probably be like a farm edition in a building or something. And it kind of would be like a one-off, so if we added this build and this farm to the world. And that's probably would be, it'd probably be a shorter episode as well. But just something I've been kind of toying in the back of my head that I've thought about doing. I've also got so many ideas that I want to do in this world too. Like I was doing some planning and such of some future builds here, and Maya and I have been working on a design for our space agency that I think people are really gonna like, and it's a callback to one of my first episodes ever put on YouTube, long before I did anything modded. It'd be interesting to see if people like it or not. Something I was thinking about. Iris says, I completely stopped playing vanilla Minecraft after finding tech mods. I don't think I could ever go back. For me personally, I will get like really into vanilla Minecraft for like 6 months at most. And then I'll get the itch, like I want to go back to the tech mods, do something that, and then each time it's usually a different tech mod. Although I do always find myself going back to Terrafirmagreg specifically. That was always my favorite mod pack of all time. But I also really like the Feed the Beast mod packs. The creating Terrafirmagreg here has been fantastic. Really been enjoying that a lot. Did a custom mod pack a little while back with a bunch of just random mods all thrown together, and that was fun. But they're not like, I'll do that for a while and it's like I kind of get the itch again. It's like I want to do a little vanilla again, and I'll do vanilla, I'll get really into it again for a little bit and be like, all right, I'm ready to go back to the mod. So I tend to go back and forth where I like to do both, but like I get like really into one at a time. GTNH win, is that Greg Tech New Horizons? Is that what that stands for? I'll have to put that on the to-do list. For you, vanilla doesn't make enough content to keep me busy. So with vanilla, I sometimes like the limitations of what vanilla has, and how can I do interesting things, like how can I make more impressive and pretty builds using the limited block palettes that vanilla has. And they keep adding to vanilla. I will give them credit in that regard. And the newer versions of vanilla are so much different than the old vanillas Minecraft that we used to play. And I've been enjoying a lot of the updates that they've been adding to it, and part of that is because just about every update is they're taking something currently in Terrafirmagreg and adding it to vanilla Minecraft. You know, I feel like every update is something that Terrafirmagreg had first. He wants to have fun, not get tortured. That's exactly it. It would have to be something I could do on the side, because this series, this is going to be my main series for the duration of this server. And we'll probably do at least a year in this world, if not more. Like, we're really enjoying the mod pack, so we'll do a lot of fun stuff on this. So this is the priority, in my opinion. It's like, what could I do as in addition to that isn't just this? I'm not looking for something extremely difficult, because I won't have the time to be able to commit to it that I can to a main series. Vanilla is fun until someone builds a crazy orbital strike cannon and just destroys the world with it. Fire says maybe make a server with friends or something. Well, that's just it. I have friends that are currently on a vanilla server, so I could do some content on that one where I would just be joining in and doing some stuff on the side. And it's always fun to get new and unique interactions. And some of the faces on the server are previous ZetaCraft season members, as well as some other faces that I've not worked with in the past. So it could be kind of interesting, but we'll have to see. It's on my... I'm thinking about it. There's nothing concrete or in plan at this point. That's a good point right there. We are actually moving in the right direction. How about that? Thing is, I'll get going, I'll be moving, and then the winds will change, and then I'll come to a complete stop again. Also have to be careful on how I'd be able to get back home. Fire says, I'd be down to watch anything that you make. You're the only streamer I actually enjoy. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoy the content. So we try and keep it fun here. But thank you. I really appreciate that. That just kind of made my day. Thank you. That's a trade is true. Thank you. You guys are awesome. It's because I've got the best chat group, honestly. You guys are great. Fun to just kind of hang out. Ricky's ego gonna go through the roof. I mean, a little. Did you ever try create above and beyond? So we did about a month and a half of just traditional create, Cable, Eisenroth, and myself. And then the reason we stopped that series was when the Zetas, we were in discussion on what we were going to do for this season, and we knew that we were going to do the Terrafirmagreg mod pack, which had create in it. And instead of doing create stuff twice, we're like, well, let's stop this series and do the create stuff as well as everything else that Terrafirmagreg has to offer this fall when we started this season here. But this is really that series. I mean, I only did like 4 episodes. Like, we stopped it really early. That was my first experience ever doing anything create, and then this series is really my first true jump into create components of any regards, as evidenced by my inability to make a functioning automation machine. Was it a week or so ago, where Maya was literally looking at me like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm just adding gears. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to figure it out. So no, to answer the question, I have not tried the create above and beyond specifically yet. Is that very different from original create? We have been streaming for 2.5 hours, guys. That is crazy. Feels like it's been 5 minutes. The create version in TFG has a cool item that allows for the creation of shops called the tablecloth. So there's some interesting work you can do around that within the overarching TFG mod pack. That's what I really like about this TFG mod pack, is there's a little bit of everything in there. And I like the uniqueness of that. There's a great numismatics economy mod, not in the pack by default though. I could look into that. That could be interesting. Yeah, this is the first season of ZetaCraft where we don't have a shopping district. Everything's a lot more shared resources and communal. And part of that was because I knew early game specifically that myself and Cable, and to some degree Ice, were the only three that really knew anything about Terrafirmagreg World Gen, and thought it would be unfair to all the other server members who had no idea what they were really signing up for, to be honest, of what would go into use of materials in this world. Where are we? Making our way along this coastline. Great Deco has coins, I think, could create an economy with artificial value assigned to them. We might do that as the season gets later, but this season has been very much shared resources, and it's kind of worked in that regard, which is why we have the Valley Forge City, which is really communal resources for anyone that needs something. You can go there using the equipment or any of the supplies that are kept there. And I mean, like, we've been at this season for what, 3 months now, and I'm just really breaking ground on my own base to tell you how much I've been trying to support the community effort in that regards. It would take some work to integrate into the pack though. Well, I'll have to look into that. The restocking itself would be kind of cool. That's interesting. I'll have to look into that. Something different. Gotta make my way east again to get around these trade winds. Come on, Sloop, you can do it. A little bit of just chatting here as we're going around. There we go. Now we're booking it. You should look at frog ports. What is frog ports? I'm not familiar with that one. Interesting world gen here of just wide open ocean. Orca doing a dance. It's fine. Another question I have is, are there any non-Minecraft games that people wouldn't mind seeing? Because I'm starting to get the itch again to want to play Risk of Rain 2, and that is one of my favorite games that's really easy to do streaming on. I just really enjoy it, but it's kind of chaotic. Great logistics, you make a network of chains like Maya Zipline, and Frogports can put and remove packages from the chains, allowing automatic storage and auto crafting as well. I will definitely look into that. That sounds really cool. I already told Maya I think I'm going to need him to create a zip line to go to my base, because that thing is just so cool. That is Factory or Factorio if you're open to Factory games. I am open to them. I don't have those games. I've never played them, but I wouldn't mind trying them out. They sound interesting to me. So I may do that. Could be interesting. Like those type of games would be great for like just streaming without having to actually do any filmed content on it. It's very much a let's take 3 hours and see what kind of factory you can make is my understanding of the SAS factory. So that could be something interesting. Something different. But I don't mind branching out from time to time and trying a few different things, see how people like them. And then I also like playing other games too, though. Minecraft is my all-time favorite game. That's not really up for debate. They're very fun. I will have to check it out. And Vintage Story is very TFG, like if you want to do long form every couple of week episodes or uploads. Yeah, that I'm familiar with Vintage Story. I don't know. To me, it's like it's a little too similar. I feel like to Terrafirmagreg, and I might be a little biased here that I just liked the Terrafirmagreg more. And if I'm going to do that, I'd probably just focus more on just doing more of the Terrafirmagreg alone series, because to me that yes, it's a different art style, but they're basically the same game, just kind of reskinned. I feel like that's been my experience with it. Like they're very similar. And so if I'm going to do one, I'm going to do the one that I just enjoyed more. And that's a personal preference piece there. No, I do know that there are people that like the Vintage Story more because it is a reskinned version of it and the art style. But I like the Terrafirmagreg more personally. That's just my opinion. SAS Factory can be pretty hard to run if you don't have a good PC though. Well, I have a decent PC. I have a, let's see, it is a 3070 graphics card. I've got 64 gigs of RAM. I believe I'm on an i7 Intel processor. So it's not the creme de la creme computer, but it's not a cheap computer. It can do some things. I'd have to try it out to make sure that it would work before I would do the stream. So I would probably do like a practice run or two to make sure that it was actually working. But I'm pretty sure that I would be able to do it without too much issue. That's right, at max graphics. Yeah, this computer is not bad. I'm very happy with it. It was not the cheapest thing in the world when I built it a few years back. And what I did was I basically bought a basic pre-built computer from Best Buy, and then I keep adding new components to it myself. So I added the RAM myself because when I bought it, it only had 16 gigs of RAM. Upgraded the RAM, upgraded the graphics card. And it's got this sweet water cool fan, which I love that thing. It's so quiet. But the thing that I made sure that I'd spent money on up front was the i7 processor, which was about the best I could get at the time that I got the computer. So I knew that that would be the hardest thing to upgrade. It's like I can upgrade everything else, start with that and add to it from there. One of the next things I need to do is actually add USB-C ports to the computer because it doesn't actually have any USB-C ports. But that's a pretty easy addition. Get a couple USB-C PCI connectors, and I got slots for it, so that would go right in. And then I'd like to add some more hard drive space, so I'd like to get another solid state drive to add to this thing. I have a 1650 i7 9700 and I can already run it at ultra graphics 60 FPS. Yeah, I think at my i7 11700 KF, I should be okay. Space Engineers. I feel like I heard about that game once, but it's been a long time. Can you remind me what that game is? How far north do we need to go? Dyson Sphere Program is another one. That is not one I have heard of. Have any of you guys played Risk of Rain 2? It's a loot and shoot style game. So it's very different from like the Minecraft type of game. But if I want to zone out for an hour, that is one of the best games to just not have to think while also thinking. Seen it? Yes. Played it? No. Fair enough. Yeah, it's one of those games I really enjoy playing it because I could just like zone out while playing it personally. I like games where I don't have to think at all from time to time, and that's a great game for it. And it's like, oh no, I misplayed and died. Well, load it back in, do it again, just like that. Super easy. I like that. We are in uncharted waters right now. Here we go, this landmass out here. We might find what we're looking for. Considering we're kind of going out blind looking for rose quartz here. See what we can get into. Oh, the wind just changed. We're headed north again. I don't think you're far enough north. We're working on it. A work in progress. We're definitely farther north than when we started. So that's an improvement right there. Packed ice far north. Okay. Well, we're working on it. Slowly but surely. Ice can be hard to the saw and doesn't melt. Well, I should have brought my saw with me. Or like, does the normal steel saw? Or does that have to be the gem saw? Iris says, I'm thinking about getting a 5070 Super Ryzen 5 7600X and a 32 to 64 gigabyte RAM. So I can host some servers and do some other things like gaming at 1440p. That sounds like a supercomputer for sure. That sounds sweet. Yeah, my next upgrades, honestly, is gonna be the audio quality here. I want to get the Shure M7 Plus mic and then get a Go XLR board to be able to plug that in and be able to do a lot better audio adjusting with that. I think that will be the next big improvement to the system here. And that's not really improving the computer, that's just improving the overall streaming setup. That's what I'd like to do next. I'm currently working the HyperX Quadcast USB mic and it works really well. I think this is one of the best USB mics. But at the end of the day, I find the USB mics, they are great for when you're doing like personal recordings and such, because you can then edit your voice or input on the mic to clean up the background stuff within like your OBS settings and such like that. However, if I'm on Discord or using the voice chat and my voice is going through and someone else is recording my voice through their channel for their content, it sounds a little bit more robotic than mine because it doesn't have any of the filters in to kind of clean that background noise. And so by upgrading to an XLR mic, I can then make sure that my voice always sounds good, both in my content and then in other people's content when I'm talking to them. So that's the rationale for the upgrade there. Brady says I got a 7800 3D, 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM and a 5070 Ti. Should upgrade peripherals too. You guys got some sweet computers out there. Yeah, the RTX is, it's pretty nice. I like my GeForce RTX. You run at 3440, 1440, and I hit 165 plus pretty consistently. I usually cap my frames at 144, and the reason being, that's about the max settings of my monitor, so why do more than that? Otherwise I'll have to upgrade my monitor, and that's just not something I'm in the market for right now. Oh, the wind changed on me again, just when I was making progress. Your most recent game was Borderlands 4 high settings that worked for you. Your monitor runs at 165 hertz. Yeah, mine runs at 144. So it's a little bit older, but it's plenty good enough for what I need right now. Shadow saying nearly 3 hours of streaming today. No kidding. It has been a heck of a marathon stream here, and we're still going strong. You guys have been absolutely amazing with your donations, and I greatly appreciate it. It's just been a fantastic stream. The nice, chill, overall a happy Halloween, one could say. So thank you guys for being awesome and being here for the stream, even though we're reaching 3 hours. Like, you guys rock. Will I have enough food for this journey? Beginning to wonder. Probably. This won't be as good. We're now to just the cooked pork part of the journey. Got your 5070 just before the tariffs hit. That's fair. Yep. Yeah, overall, I haven't really looked at most PC product prices to see any effects of anything right now. Most of the parts of my computer were built or bought in about 2021, so about a 4-year-old PC at this point for most of the main components. I've only had one major issue, and that was I've got my entire system going into a surge protector, but about 2 years ago we had a lightning storm in the area, and it was enough that it went through my surge protector and fried my SSD, and that sucked. Yeah, most of the graphics card I find, I mean, you can run just about any game out there right now in the 3000 series graphics cards. Like there's obviously a few exceptions of the newest games, and if you want to do like the ray tracing and stuff, that's another conversation. But if you're just looking for a good gaming graphics card, you don't want to spend an arm and a leg, the 3000 series is pretty nice and pretty affordable from what I could tell. So how has the stream quality been for everyone? OBS does a little hiccup every once in a while. I'll make sure it's still good for everybody and it's not just me. It was one heck of a boat ride. Like, what did I agree to here? Took me an hour to get back home. Everything seems good? Okay, just want to make sure. Just making sure. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the feedback. As you know, Garrett Garrison, garbage man, driving a boat. Well, I haven't used Firefox in 10 years, probably. I traditionally use Google Chrome as my browser of choice anymore. Love the shades. Yeah, we're just out here streaming along. I had an idea I was gonna do these and like wear the shades the whole time, and that lasted for about 5 whole minutes when I realized I can't look at the screen hardly and see what I'm doing. It just puts like a blur on all your guys' chat, and I'm like, that'll give me a headache for sure, and that's the last thing we need. Firefox still allows ad blockers. That is a feature that's very nice. I will give you that. The reason I originally moved from Chrome was my first job out of college. Everything was done in the G Suites, and so by using Chrome, it just made everything super convenient. And then I just kind of fell into the, well, this is easy, so why change it? Put sunglasses on, boat immediately starts going in circles. Pretty much. It is hard to see with this thing. Like, they're here, but oof. Uh-oh. Hair. Oh no. Put enough product, the hair won't move. Firefox uses a lot of memory, which is something to consider. Yeah, I like to keep my memory on things I'm doing, but I also have 64 gigs of memory, so I have memory to spare. I devote up to 20 gigs for Minecraft alone, and another like 12 for OBS. Is it overkill? Absolutely yes. Come on, I just want to go north. Look at this path we've been just out and about making up as we go. I didn't think about it. I didn't bring any of my winter clothes. It's gonna be cold when I get up there. Will I freeze to death in the winter biome? Not too late now. I guess we're gonna find out. I'll be real sad if I die up here. Hopefully not. Should have thought about that before we started this journey. The impromptu journey for rose quartz. My bad. Make a chain of fires. I do have my flint and steel, so I mean I can make something happen, but fire spread is also turned off on the server for building purposes, so things to consider. Ooh. Looks like ice just died in the beneath to a graphite glaze. Fire has 16 gigs of RAM and somehow makes it work. Hey, you work with what you got. And whenever I'm talking about computer, I always say, you know, the best thing to do is get a computer, because you can always upgrade pieces, parts as you have funds available to do so. And you know, you gotta work on what you need when you need it. I think usually for me, I'd say the first thing to upgrade on a computer is your graphics card. The second thing would be the RAM. I think those two are the things that most affect your ability to play games. And then everything else is just quality of life optional, but those are the two things that I think are worth an upgrade. You can use an animal hide to make basic clothing for warmth. I do have a rifle, so I should be able to get something. I would like to... Did I bring a lead? I do have a lead, so we're also going to look for a muskox when we get there. If we get there. There's snow up there, so we're making progress. Shadow, still better than destroying your building and rebuilding it from scratch. Yeah, that would be true. I was not looking forward to that as a real possibility. Good old primitive insulation. Yeah, at this point in time, you almost need to have, I'd say 16 gigs is kind of like the minimum of RAM that you need to do most games right now. But I also think that for most things, you don't really need more than 32 unless you are doing very high content, like ray tracing content things with the super high graphics, or if you are doing recording to have, because that's basically running whatever you're playing twice essentially. So that's one where it's nice having above the 32 gigabytes. But I think 16 is really the new minimum. I would not want to deal with 8 gigabytes anymore. That would be pretty rough. But I don't think you need more than 32 for most applications if you're not, you know, recording everything you're doing. That's just my opinion. I'm by no means an expert in the field. I mean, if you want to do page file, that's shenanigans. That's more work than it's worth. In the grand scheme of things of computer parts, RAM's pretty cheap. Like, realistically, you can get a 32 gig stick of RAM for, or two 32s for what, 150 bucks, 200 bucks, something like that. Depending on how fancy and what brand and stuff. Like, it's not that bad compared to what some things could be. "32 gigabytes of DDR5 is at least 120 now, surprisingly." Well, I apparently got mine at a deal when I did. Which, now that I think back about it, I think I did buy it on like Prime Day or something like that. It's been a minute. I don't remember, to be honest. $2021 was DDR4. Maybe that's what it was. I don't think it says what mine is, and I don't recall. Yeah, I don't recall off the top of my head. When I actually got my RAM, I put it in, my computer wouldn't load up, and I was like, but it's brand new, how could it be broken already? And it took me an embarrassingly long amount of time to realize I just didn't have it clicked into the slot all the way, and what should have been the most obvious thing. Shadow with the "we have officially hit 3 hours of streaming." Yeah, that's been a bit of a marathon tonight. That is no lie right there. What a time to be alive. You didn't get the satisfying click? Well, I heard a click, but it wasn't the satisfying click. And that's where I screwed up. So I just went with the first click and mine had 2. And that's where it all fell apart. So like, surely that means it's in. Nope. It wasn't seated all the way in, so it wasn't attached, so it was assuming I had no RAM. And so it just wouldn't boot, and I was getting so flustered with it, and then I finally like pressed on it harder than I should have, and it did the click. I was like, oh, I'm just being stupid. Okay. It was embarrassing how long that took me to figure out. Which I need to give the interior of my computer a little clean here. It's getting a little bit of dust buildup. Interior, your computer won't boot click. Yeah, that's the one I did. That's the wrong click. I was like, oh man, what'd I do? Screwed it up. No. I'd like to get another internal SSD, but that's on the eventually wish list. I'm not in a hurry for that one. Oh, you had a buddy crack their RAM? That would suck. That would be real bad. I'm sorry. I just read your comment there. When I upgraded the RAM in my laptop, it didn't boot until I pressed the power button. But I didn't see the few times. I just imagined you. It's just not booting. Did you try powering it on? Oop. Yeah. Yeah, that sucks to break brand new RAM. That would be awful. Poor guy. Regardless, I would like to just say, now that we're at the 3-hour streams, thank you guys for deciding to spend your Halloween evening right here watching me fail to sail a boat across the sea. I appreciate it regardless. You guys are awesome. We are finally making it to land, but I know you guys have a lot of options on what you can do on your Halloween evening, and I appreciate you guys being here. It means a lot to me. It really does. Like, you guys are the best. You knew someone that dropped a 3080 and broke it? Oh man. The boat is haunted. It literally has a mind of its own. Like, I keep going, it like wants to go a different direction. This will be several years back at Cable's previous computer he had. we went to go upgrade a few components on his computer, and so he went and he got a GeForce. I think the 3020 was brand new at the time. Give you an idea of how far back this was. And so he went and he got that, and he came home and was like, I'm gonna upgrade this graphics card to my computer. Didn't realize that he had an AMD motherboard and a GeForce NVIDIA graphics card that he just bought. It's like, those are not compatible. You cannot do that. So we had to get a new motherboard, and like everything is like, well, nah, sure, whatever, and then set him up for years to come because of it. But like, that was so funny. It was like, did not realize like the graphics card we got, or he got, did not actually work with his motherboard he had. Iris says, I've been here the whole time and been enjoying it the whole time. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And then the Atreides, I stepped out to walk dogs, but there are more than half the stream. Imagine if you got the new board and it wasn't compatible with this GPU. Oh, that was a rough day. I did feel bad for him on that one. But I was still working on a laptop at the time. Like, I didn't even have a PC at the time. I just had my little laptop, and it was a good laptop for the time. But it's nice to have a proper PC now. I think you hit land cold enough. Yeah, that looks like snow. So I think we're just gonna go for it. the anchor hoe. Let's get some food here. I went from an i3 530 to an i5 9300. It was such a, that is a huge upgrade right there. All right, first and foremost, that mail, of course. Also, I should probably make sure that I have this guy ready just in case. And then it looks like if I head northish, we'll hit some interesting biome here. The temperature here is 0. Well, that's good. I want to waste all my ammo if I don't have to, so I'm going to avoid the grizzly bear there. It's not muskox season. We want to take a muskox home so we can breed the muskox. That's what we would like to do. But we have to find a female one because we only have a male one at home. What is that thing? Hello? What? Why? No. Why would you just attack me? What? Why? Also, what is this place? What on earth? So apparently there's like a little village out here. Oh god, he scared me. The pillager village. What on earth? Do I have enough ammo for all these guys? Purple loot vase. Oh, there's like loot chests here? What? I had no idea that this thing existed. I also did not bring nearly enough ammo with me for all this. Oh god, I missed. No, no, no. Guns equal OP, no kidding. Oh god. Why? That was so violent. Get out of here. Oh my god. What? You look scary. Like, what just happened to me? I was very unprepared for this. I heard another voice or two. Those vases give cool things. Okay, well, let's just clear this all out first. Make sure that we're safe. That was so unexpected. Sure, we'll take stuff. That's cool. Also cool. Where am I supposed to put this stuff? I did not bring nearly enough storage space with me. The wooden lion man idol. What in the world is this thing? All right, what are things I don't need? I don't need the hides. Don't need berries right now. I can get those at home. I want the seeds though if I get those. Gunpowder, beeswax, overrated. Yeah, wow. Don't really need these 2 pieces of ore because that's wild. Sorry guys, I just got very overwhelmed by the chaos. It just kind of flew at me out of nowhere. Potato seeds I have at home, cabbage seeds I have at home. Hardened mud idol. Okay, well we'll keep that guy. That was log pork, right? Like, what is this insanity? I have never seen this thing before. Like, this whole place just completely took me by surprise. I was very unprepared for this. Don't need flint. We'll take the battered wool. Jar of compost. Why not? Don't need salt. Honestly, the ores I'm kind of whatever about. That's a really offbeat name for human flesh, and TFG guys would use it. No kidding. Light gray loot vest. We got like a forge and stuff here. Cobalt brass butchery knife. That thing looks cool. I don't really need to take 2 cobalt brass shovels with me. What is that? Matches. Sure. Don't really need any of that, I don't think. This place is so cool. I'm sorry if this feels very distracted, but like, this place is really cool. Those don't stack? Really? Oh. What to do? Inventory disaster. All right, let's think about this. Got a little room on my tool belt. Don't need that right now. Sure. Don't really need 2 shears. I can mass produce those. Get rid of the second chisel. What am I worried about? Get rid of the charcoal. I don't need this much charcoal with me. I can make that in a heartbeat. Silver. I think there is loot in the walled fenced-in flowers between the forts where you are now. Okay, I will check that out once I figure out what on earth is happening here. Put those guys up there. Primitive explosives. Sure, why not? That's what we need. Ooh, don't need cloth. Well, they don't stack. That's sad. Hello, Mr. Caribou. You think there's loot in here? Is it like under the ground? Is that what I need to do to get to this loot? Oh, there is something. What did I just get? Jute seeds, sugarcane seeds, cabbage seeds, pineapple bush. The pineapple bush is new. Can't vessel go in the backpack slot. Doesn't look like it. So, that's fine. This is fine. What we got here? Gray chalk. Gray glazed vessel. Put him there. Don't need that. Don't need bones or jute seed, cabbage, those, potatoes, or a flower pot. Put my backpack where my chest plate is. Doesn't seem to be working. It's fine. I don't need everything. It's okay. I've got plenty of stuff. I did know about the barrels because Maya has a barrel on his back at all times. But that's fine. We're going back to what we actually came here for. We're going for the rose quartz. That's what we're going to go looking for. Like, I just got completely surprised by this entire place because I did not know that was a thing. It's just like started getting attacked out of nowhere. I had no idea what was happening to me. Really threw me off there. That was cool. I should have screenshotted them coming at me. That would have been funny. Missed opportunity there. Polar bear and saber-tooth ahead. That sounds dangerous. Let's just not. How about sulfur? Reindeer lichen. Interesting. we're just going to see what we can get into. Did I mark my boat? Well, we know the boat's around here-ish. So, note to self when I'm like, where did I put the boat? Should be back there. Should be in the optimal word there. Ah, almost fell there. This is wild. Like a winter wonderland. Or something. There is once again a saber tooth ahead of me. And I only have 6 shots left. If he just stays there and minds himself, I will ignore him and we'll be fine. I'd rather save my shots for when I'm in actual danger. Oh, you found your rose quartz with checking your map for big white spots. Not near water. Well, everything looks icy here. Oh, it has to be actual ice, not water or snow. Well, let's keep heading north into the great beyond. And we are going to hopefully not die today. That is the goal. Yeah, apparently you just gotta keep continuing on north. Good thing it's not cold up here or anything. NACL, welcome to the stream. What are we trying to do? We are looking for rose quartz right now. So supposedly it's found in icy deposits in the north, so that's what we're looking for. And we are in the middle of a winter wonderland here. So that's what we're working on right now. We've already been surprised by like a pillager village that didn't know was a thing. So that was unnecessarily exciting, I think would be the correct term there. Yeah, for a bunch of create stuff, whereas like I had done a goal for the stream that chat could decide what to do next, and that's what we determined. So we spent probably 45 minutes in a sloop ship traveling up here, so we're not going to leave until we find something. I don't know what we're going to find, but we're going to find something. All right. Kind of wish it wasn't becoming nighttime. That's a bit of a feel bad right there. Oh, there's something up there that looks icy with some red dots. My boating skills are subpar at best. Don't lie. Is this what we came here for? Rose quartz surface bud. Okay, well, we're going to get rid of this saber tooth because he is too close to this. I want to be able to turn my back. Oh, what a perfect time to sleep. Oh, this gun is OP. That is so much meat. All right. Aw, look at us. We are actually being productive. And we're getting blue ice out of this. Speaking of, how's my lunchbox? I am actually about out of ice in my lunchbox, so this worked out perfectly. That's water. All right, let's start at the top. My boating skills are at least 40% better than yours. I mean, that seems like a lot. I feel like that might be too much. This is gonna be a pain if it's just gonna melt the whole time. I think I want to get rid of the water parts. Does blue ice melt in your lunchbox? That's what I would like to know. Replace to decrease cellar temps. Nice. Do I have a design in mind for my inventory system? I do not. This was very much a spur of the moment decision from chat tonight on what I should do tonight. So this is, we're kind of making it up as we go, but we'll figure something out. Well, what's gonna probably happen next, probably this weekend sometime or on Tuesday for Terrafirma Tuesday, I'm going to finish my low voltage building and start working on the low voltage parts of the Terrafirmagreg mod pack. But when that's done, then we can start looking at using this rose quartz and whatever things we can get into from there. Looking to create logistics late LV. There you go. That's what we will be looking into. So we're just kind of gathering materials. And everybody likes a little extra ice. Oh no. Uh-oh. I think... Yep, my AirPods just died. Apparently 3.5 hours is how far they'll go. Give me 1 minute here. There we go. Ice Roth, you're right about that. Everyone needs more ice, right? We have to switch to the actual headset for a little bit while the AirPods recharge here, because I was not able to hear anything, and that will not do. Boom. Let's get rid of these items. We use factory gauges and a create tree farm for infinite benzene and MV. That sounds really cool. All right, let's go get some dirt so I can get rid of the water sources here. Ooh, conglomerate. That's ugly. As you know, we measure our dirts by what's the ugliest dirt. That's what matters. The create tree farm is insane. So I have heard. I have not tried it out yet, but I have heard that they can be insane. Get rid of all these water, make it easier to mine. Because we're smart and we know what we're doing. He said convincingly. Not very convincingly. Look at that. Almost like we knew what we wanted to do there. Almost. NCL says, I found a video of a really fast, efficient, and quite cheap design for the inventory system. Use it for a TFG world without any problem. all the way to EV. Want me to link it? Yeah, if you want to send it to me to in Discord, I'll check it out. I'm always open to ideas on good ways to do things. I'm constantly trying to learn how to use this mod pack, so I am figuring things out as we go. I don't think I meant to launch that off the side there. Quartzite dust, don't really need. Don't need that. We're gonna get rid of these vessels. They're just in my way right now. But determined. I'll put it in the CFT Discord if you don't mind. That would be very helpful. Appreciate that. And I will definitely check out the link. Just trying to get rid of these water sources so it's easier to work up here. I gotta go, but I'll be back if you're still streaming soon. Well, thank you so much for being here for this stream. I think what we're gonna do is gather this quartzite and then probably head towards the boat and head home, and that'll probably be where we call it for a stream tonight, because by then it'll be approaching that 4-hour mark, and that's a lot of streaming for one night. But I appreciate you being here tonight, and if you're not able to be back by the time we're done, we will be back on Tuesday for our regularly scheduled Terra Firma Tuesday, so we'll see you then. Have a great rest of your evening. All right, that is that part done. Now let's grab something. Look at those. Oh, my inventory is just an absolute disaster right now. Like an actual disaster. This is bad. All right, thank you. Well, thank you for being here. I learned about from a second series of TGV progression from Spicy Noodles on YouTube. All right, well, we'll have to check that out. Oh, the frozen water. Why? Everything was going so smooth. Why do they have to add like ice to this? That seems so unnecessary. Boom, boom, boom. What else can I get rid of? Because my inventory is just not doing it for me. Oh, enemy torches on me. Don't need that. Don't need cabbage seeds. Make a new one of those. Make a new one of those. Try to make space real quick because it's a disaster. One flawless create or rose quartz is important apparently. Well, let's try and get a flawless one. How hard could that be? He said convincingly. Why water? Why? You know, you crush the rose quartz and then sift the crushed rose quartz to get that. Okay, so I just need to get as much of this as possible right now, is what that's telling me. Okay. Well, I can do that. Just gather it all. This is a journey I didn't know I needed. Who knew? Learning new stuff about the mod every day. And more water, of course. Ooh, raw rose quartz. Let's see. Wow. Wow. Look at the center of this thing. Oh. You know what? We're gonna be smarter about this. I don't know why we were doing this the dumb way. Boom. No more cave-ins. We will have to deal with that. We're trying to be smarter about this at least. Gather as much of this as possible. Another water source. That's cool. We don't mind. More water. That water is getting really annoying, I'll be honest. But how about the giant block of just quartz in the middle? That's wild. Where is this coming from? Create logistics is fun. It allows for centralized storage with access in separate buildings. Well, that sounds fantastic and like something very useful. Because I probably need help with my storage stuff right now. Or lack thereof. You think I have enough? I mean, probably, but here's the thing. I took the time to journey out here. And it's such a long boat ride. I don't want to have to come back here for a while. So even if it's more than I need, I'm going to gather as much as I can carry, essentially. Because I don't want to have to do the trip back out here. It's just so far away. So yes, I am definitely overkilling it in the how much I need department. But that's a little intentional of I don't want to have to boat back out here. Very cool ore. Yes, it is a very cool ore. Very pretty looking. You need one lens per person to craft infinite transmitters. Well, I think we'll get that with all these. I would surely hope. Yeah, if you've been following my content long enough, you know I am the one that tends to just overkill on making sure I have enough of everything. I've never been afraid to overmine. That's sometimes a good thing, sometimes a bad thing. One more layer down. Get all of these. Alright, and now I have to figure a way to carry all this. Don't need the hide. Don't really need the matches. Don't need water falling on me. At this point, don't need the sugarcane seeds. What else can I get rid of? Pumice. Yeah, probably don't need that. Get rid of that. Anything else? Jar of compost. Probably don't need that. Dirt. Probably don't need that. All right. You remember the tetrahedrite quarry in ZetaCraft? Yeah, when I literally like deleted an entire quarry of tetrahedrite. I have been known to overdo it. It's okay. Oh, yeah, good call. Snowballs. Don't need that. Thank you. Like, surely there's something else I don't need. Alright. That. Mark this ore vein. It should be pretty easy to find. And more importantly, I could find another one up here, I'm sure. That was not too bad. But you're right. Create waypoint. Rose quartz. We'll make it dark red. Confirm. Share waypoint in chat to everyone. All right. Now to make my way home. If we get to the boat, we'll probably call it a stream there because I'll probably boat home tomorrow. I don't know if I've got it in me to do another boat ride tonight. That is such a long journey. But I think that's the last thing we're gonna do is try and get our way back to our boat. Cable asking, what is that even for? Create logistics, of course. Chat told me to. Oh, muskox check. That's what we're gonna do. Oh, I'm gonna stop at the boat, empty my inventory, then go look for a muskox nearby. Because surely there's gonna be one near the boat, right? We saw one right away. Just need to find a female one. Gotta cross this river. But yeah, good call on the muskox check. Thank you for the reminder there. Yeah, we're gonna kind of go like due south and then work our way back up the coastline to look for that muskox. That's a good call to do a different path. Two birds, one stone, some may say. Some may say. Lots of caribou around here. Don't necessarily need any caribou, but good to know. I'm afraid that my saber-tooth meat will be, well, if I put it in, why don't I think sometimes I could have put the food in here. The food will last longer, at least. It may not last all the way home, but hopefully. If I could get it cooked up and made into sandwiches, that would be great. Because that saber-tooth meat is worth like 1.5 protein units as opposed to just the normal one that like a pork chop is. So it actually fills up more of your protein bar faster. Is andesite up here? I've got that at home. I'm not worried about that. I think I have all the rocks in the game at this point. At least one of, and if we have one of with the rock crusher, we can have infinite. Also, notice this like hard line of the biome here, where it goes from what's clearly the Arctic straight up and down. Very interesting. Don't want to deal with you, Sabertooth. Don't want to deal with you. Old gen, new gen. That could be, considering how hard it is. That's a possibility. I'm not sure. I do know a lot of the world has been explored, and when we upgraded to the 11.5 version, I ported all 8.5 gigs of world files in instead of trimming any chunks. So the next update, I'll probably trim all the chunks that we don't have builds in, just so that we can get some newer world gen again, because the world file is a little too big for places we just been through and didn't actually build anything in. So that'll probably be on my to-do list. That's the ravine. This has to be new because rose quartz is new. Good to know. I did not realize that. All right, Mr. Grizzly Bear, are you gonna be nice, or do I have to take you down? You just stay out of my way and I'll stay out of yours, okay? Gonna be cool? He's cool. I think being the key words. Hey, better thought than I had. I had no idea. Alright, so there's two muskox bulls right there, but we need the female muskox. That's what we're missing right now, but real quick, we'll hit our storage chest here. That in. All right, let's go find us a female muskox, hopefully quickly. Take that home. You should take, if I can't find a female one here quickly, I'll take one of these guys who at least has a friend. But I would like to be able to breed the muskox, and that's going to be hard to do without having a female one. Mildly important. So let's just kind of work our way around here a little bit, see if there's anything that pops up on the mini map of doom. I don't know why I said that. I was just having a little fun. I laugh at my own jokes. I'm sorry. Nature finds a way. This isn't Jurassic Park, okay? Although I did once play the Jurassic Park Minecraft mod, and that mod was sweet. Having dinosaurs everywhere, that was so cool. It was very, very grindy, but then there was this mod pack, so I can't really say much. Alright. Come on, muskox. How hard can it be? Sabertooth. Next season, Jurassic Park. Maybe. We'll see. I don't think that mod pack has been updated in a very long time. Cable, when we thought we made a cage for the T-Rex, we did not. That thing got out and it was disastrous. What are these? Is this ruins here? And there's all sorts of cool stuff up here. What we got in here? Ooh, castle, right? It looks kind of abandoned. Looks very abandoned. Yeah, I don't think there's anything in here. Alright, distracted. Back to what we were working on. Muskox! Lots of saber-tooth. No muskox. It shouldn't be this hard. Right? Surely not. Oh, almost fell into that. Repurposing it as a northern outpost for ice would be cool. That is true. That would be cool. Healing up real quick. Eating a little bit. Oh no. Leave me be. Not want to have to do that. All right, doesn't look like anything over here. Why is it so difficult? All I see is saber-tooth. I don't see any muskox in the area. So we'll go ahead, grab one of those male ones, and then, yeah, I should. That would be a smart move. But what I'm going to do is I am going to grab that one muskox by the boat, put him in the boat. And then tomorrow when I make my trip back home, I might stop at a couple continents on the way and see if I can find one to bring back home to him. Since I'm this far north. And maybe put that in an episode, we'll see. Or it might just be an off-camera thing. I've got the hiking boots, and that helps a lot with the speed and stuff, so it's already an improvement. Not perfect, but it's an improvement. Yeah, I need to make the stick. But here we are. What is that? Cobalt. Danger. That's what this town was. Good thing I had enough ammo to deal with that town, or this would have been really dangerous. Probably would not have survived. And that would have been possibly a rage quit kind of experience. The walking stick makes you completely ignore snow and tall grass. Wrought iron walking stick. All right, well, I will probably have to look into that. 2 sticks and a single lumber. Well, I'm about to get on the boat, so it's a little late at this point, but I will definitely have to do that for future adventures. Where is my lead? There we go. Hello, Mr. Muskox. You could just come with me real quick. That would be great. And just real quick. Don't mind me. It's fine. This is just fine. You're gonna have a great time. In fact, you're really gonna like it even. Come on, get on in. Come on, right, perfect. All right. There's the lead. Got that. All right. We have made it back to the boat. We're gonna slowly turn our way around, and we're gonna call it a stream right there. They're both male, so I'm just gonna take the one. You know, we're nice like that. But I want to thank you guys for being here tonight. It was an absolutely fantastic stream. We'll definitely try and look for that female muskox on the way home. I made it back just in time to watch the perfect boating skills. Yeah, we're gonna end the screen as we sail off into the moonlight here. But I want to thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you guys had a fantastic Halloween. And with that, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Join the discords. We have the CFT discord, and if you are a member at any level on the YouTube channel with the CFT discord, I could get your in-game name and be able to whitelist you onto the CFT server so that you are able to play along in a Terrafirmagreg world with other members from the server, or with other members to the channel. And then we also have the ZetaCraft discord if you want to see all of the content that all the Zetas make on the server as well. So definitely check out both the discords in the description down below. Hit that like and subscribe button, and we will be back on Tuesday night for the very next Terrafirma Tuesday. But with that, everybody, have a happy Halloween. Thank you so much for your donations. Thank you for a 4-hour stream. That is a new record for longest stream we have done yet. So appreciate you guys for being here, and we will see you guys Tuesday. Have a good one, everyone.